What's up, guys? So today we have Alex with us. We're going to be talking about, what we're going to talk about, guys?
We're going to talk about the business trap. Alex is a good friend of ours. We met him at the Spartan race. So all you Spartan souls out there, you know, that's what we do at least once or twice a year. I'm not going to lie, the last Spartan race was crazy for me.
That was a beast.
It was.
21K,
yeah. So yeah, Alex, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you taking an interest in what we're doing. This is awesome because we didn't even ask for it, and as soon as we put out there in the universe that we were going to start talking about business and helping those entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs to kind of see what our mindset is, you reached out right away. So that was like a sign of God, like, yes, we are in the right direction. So I know you're happy because you're going to like be part of this and like help us out with some of the podcast stuff, but at the same time, we're even more happy because you are a sign that we are moving in the right direction. So
tell us a little bit about yourself, Alex.
Yeah, so right now I work as a broker, and the product that I sell is trade credit. So if you guys have any accounts receivables that you have on your balance sheets, I insure that piece of the balance sheet.
Wait, you guys insure accounts receivable?
Yeah, exactly. It's a product. It's a whole product. It's a whole little niche industry that we kind of spoke about before coming onto the podcast.
That's great.
And right now, just really trying to get around business owners like yourselves, learn the lessons of business, avoid the traps, right?
Yeah.
Avoid the traps.
Business trap.
and aspire to be my own, an entrepreneur within the next 2 years.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so we always spoke about, what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And one of the main reasons we're doing this is because we want to share our experience. So we have been in business since 2010, that's over 11 years. And we have had a lot of ups and downs. And sometimes we felt like there was no way out. And we were in a trap. We got to keep saying trap, this is the, and basically, we were able to come out and we were able to learn lessons out of that. So we want to share some of those lessons with people like you, with our audiences that have a business already, that has been doing business, that whether they just started doing business or they have been doing this for a really long time and they feel like they're not being successful. We had a very interesting conversation in the beginning of the show and actually before we started the show. And it's funny because we spoke about what is happiness, right? So what did you get from that conversation that we had, Alex?
Well, it really goes back to kind of, have you guys ever heard of Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs? So Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs, it states, let's say shelter, and this is all encompasses basic happiness. So shelter, right? Having food, having running water, having
pyramid,
clothes.
Yeah.
But the most, I guess, important one is self-actualization, which is at the top.
Yep.
And that's when you're pursuing a purpose, a worthwhile goal. And that makes it all the more, how do you say it? Just it gives you more reason for being here on Earth and stuff like that. So happiness is what we were talking about, pursuing those worthwhile goals. And the good thing is that you can make them up. You can make them for what you want them to be.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and the problem with that is that you can't just skip the the pyramid and go to the top.
Right. Like you need shelter first, right?
Exactly.
You need running water. You need clothes on your back, and then you kind of work your way up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and in a way, all of our goals and all the humans' goals should be to get to a level where self-actualization takes place. And if more people were to reach that level, so for the audience, picture this, a triangle, a pyramid, right? When you have different levels, the most basic level will be your basic need, that is food, water, and shelter, right? Then you move on to the next level, which is now that you have food, water, and shelter, now you have stability. Now you can focus on education. Now you can focus on being more comfortable, right? And then once you have and making money,
right?
so you can be comfortable. Yeah. And most people in the United States are in the middle. And some of the third world countries are in the very bottom of the pyramid, and it's really hard to get out of there unless you have support from somebody who already is at the top and lends out a hand. So, our goal is to kind of start lending out a hand and helping others start walking their way to self-actualization.
Got it. And what kind of led you guys to both start creating content? Because as you know, it's not a natural thing to project yourself to thousands of people, hundreds of people potentially, and I just want to know what made you both want to start doing that.
Yeah, that's a good question. What motivates you? Because what motivates you might be different than what motivates you.
That's a great question. I remember, I started putting in content when I really started putting in content, it was like 5 years ago. Like
Wow.
slowly, I've been slowly increasing, but 5 years ago is when I made the decision to like not worry about criticism or what I thought I sounded like, you know, just trying to, and I think it was just basically telling people what I'm doing to inspire someone, right? Because I'm always looking for inspiration. But normally you find these people that, you know, they're like right here, and you're like, oh wow, it's not even possible for me. You know, Grant Cardone level, it's not even possible for me. You know, the guy makes millions of dollars a month, a week.
So you kind of wanted to be like a beacon of light, so to speak, right? That like, you know, if you could do it, you wanted to impart that kind of wisdom on people to kind of take control of their own lives too, and go along that path that you decided to do.
Yeah, exactly. So because I've been studying success since I was about 16 years old. My first book was Think and Grow Rich, and then I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know, those books they were recommended to me by a mentor that I had back then. Which is not common, right? For us to have mentors. There are many young people that I ask, you know, who do you follow? Who's your mentor? And they don't have. So that's what I want to show them the way. Like, find a mentor, find someone that could guide you the right way.
So what motivates me, huh? So basically, I'm a teacher by trade. I actually went to school and became a physical education and health teacher, and all with the mindset that I wanted to teach others how to live a healthier and better lifestyle, how to have wellness in their life. And you know, to some people it might sound weird or corny, but I'm always like preaching this to my family and my close ones to focus on wellness and to focus on being good. And I really want to kind of leave a dent in this earth. So the best way to do that right now is with social media and putting content out there. And that really inspired me to keep going. And most recently, like you know how you hit your ups and downs. I've kind of always been like a little bit up. I'll come on a few months, and then I kind of fall back. And the most recent fallback, I'm just coming out of it right now, is that you know, there's a lot of projects going on, a lot of things going on in my personal life, a lot of things going on in business. So it's like, how do I take out time from my family? How do I take out time from my business, which is my business, to start like just putting out content? And for, let's say, who knows who's going to see it, or whether it's not, it's going to cause an impact. So I started asking my audience, like I actually put a Instagram post asking people if what I was doing was good. And I got overwhelming response of people saying, you know, that I'm an inspiration, that they really look up to me to keep doing what I'm doing. And that kind of inspired me to keep going. And so I just want to share my knowledge, share my successes and my failures with the audience, and hopefully help others avoid some of the traps that I hit.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful reason to do something, right? Which is kind of like to help people and impart all that you two have learned onto people like me, who, you know, are aspiring entrepreneurs, but you guys could potentially help us, you know, cut that route in half, maybe, right? And so my other question is, you've both been in business for about a decade now. Yeah. How has that changed you? You know, since you first put out that piece of content to now, what's your mindset like? How do you view the world now around you? Really want to know how has it changed? You know, what's changed?
That's a really packed question.
It is.
So go ahead, you start.
So for me personally, I became an extrovert. I've never been like a shy person, but I've always kind of, you know, oh, do I have a speck on my face? Am I stuttering too much? Yeah. Like, what is somebody gonna think? You always have that in the back of your head. Like, don't think for a second that we don't. We do. It's just, I focus on what I'm trying to put out there. I'm focused on the good that I'm doing, so that the focus is not on myself. And as far as leadership goes, that is one of the main things. Like, you have to put yourself in the back seat and put your team in front. So the main way that this has changed me is stop focusing on myself so much, stop being so egotistic, and start like giving out more of what I know, which I know that I add value to people's life, because I often have leisure conversations with people and they kind of want to know more. And I'm surprised that they don't know some of the basic things that we speak about. But at the same time, it might seem basic to me because I'm living it day to day and I have gone through all this experience. But to somebody who doesn't understand or haven't had those experiences that I've had, it might be something brand new, and I want to share more of that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now
I think that's right on. How business has changed me. Well, I feel that business has changed me because you see everything different. Everything, the way the world works is different. I remember when I was younger, before the business, I used to have a lot of free time. Not free time, because we have free time now,
right.
But a time when you were bored. That doesn't exist anymore.
All right.
There's always something
Exciting.
to read. There's always something to think about. There's always something to journal, right? I think that's the main difference. Like, I'm not bored any single time anymore, because there's always something for me to think about and something to plan.
Well, and it probably has taught both of you to, that your time is limited, and that's why it's also so valuable too, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
so,
I wish I had more time sometimes during the day.
Yeah, I guess the big changes is that I see the value of time. Like, the value of time means so much. And how you invest that time is a big decision.
And I think I know why. I always think about this, like, Jesus, why does my day go so fast? And I think I figured out one of the reasons why is because we actually have a target, we have a goal, right? So when you have a goal, your mind is always working towards getting to that goal. And there's no time where your mind is not focused on that goal. So you're always looking for ways to make moves to get there, whether that is when you hang out with friends, you're actually hanging out with friends that are adding to you to get to your goals. If you're doing something leisure, some way, somehow, you find a way to like kind of incorporate it into that goal. So, and again, there's many different goals. There's like personal, family goals, there's business goals, et cetera, et cetera.
So guys, this is the business trap. We're gonna continue on this next week. I think we had a great conversation. Anything in closing remarks that you guys want to give?
No, just thank you, and I'm looking forward to future episodes because I know that I'll learn a lot. Everyone else is going to learn a lot as well about business and avoiding, obviously, the traps. So just looking forward to it.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
right. We're looking for comments, guys. If you have any questions, please comment below.
Yeah, we also very grateful to have this opportunity to stand in front of you guys and to the audio listener, just to be in your ears and just kind of share some of our experience. And I'm sure it's going to add a lot of value to you. So keep tuned. If you know somebody that is in business and you feel that they're going to benefit from this episode and us talking about the different pitfalls that you could fall into. And again, this episode, the first one was just to kind of reiterate why we're doing this. But the next episodes are going to be packed and we're going to have more guests, and it's going to be just talking about the actual business traps and what they have to do to get out of there, giving our opinion what they have to do to get out of there. So it's going to be fun. So please stay tuned, the business trap.